Hey, beautiful beings of love and light. Welcome back to Love It Yoga. I got some kitties living with me now, so we'll see how long this lasts. If they don't start attacking the cable going to my mic. So, as you may already know, my biggest focus is safety of your spine in yoga, right? I am about to launch a really huge program on Friday called Your Embodied Divinity. And this program is about connecting you to your divine self, helping you to remember that you are divine, that you are a creation of magic. And it spans for 9 months. So it is a 9-month container. It would be really good for people who want to do, for example, a yoga teacher training, a 200-hour, but know that they're never going to become teachers, right? If you don't want to be a teacher, but you want to deepen your own personal yoga practice, I believe this will be the first yoga teacher training for non-teachers in the world. I think. I don't know. Haven't done all the research yet. But my main point for today is, how can you reach your divine essence if you are trying to get into a posture simply for getting into it, for the look of it? Oh, we're back. Nice. So if you're relying on your ego and you are wanting to get into, we're going to do headstand today. Headstand is a posture that the energetics are about your entire body coming to the table and being activated. It is not actually about putting all of your body weight on your head. No! So I see this a lot, not only in classes being taught this way, but also by practitioners. And yes, it can feel very, very empowering to do a headstand, right? To get your body up into a headstand. And it's also much easier to get into a headstand if you do rely on your tiny little cervical vertebrae in your neck to hold you up. However, putting all of that pressure on your C-spine is not good for you. It is not healthy and it's not beneficial for you in the long run. I see so many people with neck injuries. I myself have had neck injuries because I was allowing my ego to be like, yeah, I'm just going to get up into headstand. And you know what? I rolled over, I cracked some vertebrae. Cracked is the wrong word, but I have herniated some discs in my neck because I was just so overzealous and I wanted to be like many people in the West. I wanted to just do it, like get that feeling. Let me tell you a little secret. The feeling, this almost like a runner's high that you're really aiming for, will come to you when you can sufficiently hold yourself up by your forearms in headstand. The magic, that bliss, that wild, crazy expansive sensation will come to you when you can fully breathe Agni Raj breaths for up to a minute while you are holding headstand, because the prana is coming to your crown chakra, right? Your sasrahara. This is your connection to universal energy. So tapping into that is what you're going for in headstand, not applying actual pressure to the top of your head, okay? So, just to let you know, if you cannot do headstand, you can achieve the same pranic energetic benefits of headstand by simply lowering your head. Bloop! If you put your head down and stay here for a full minute and breathe full Agni Raj breaths, you're not getting all of the benefits because all of your entire legs are not up and over you, but you are doing an inversion. And it's just as good. So if anyone out there thinks like, oh, I can't do a headstand, so I'm never going to feel what this feels like, forget about it. It doesn't even matter. If you can't do a headstand, just simply do a forward fold. I am not even kidding. It is the same prana vayu, okay? Now, come to a wall. I'm going to demonstrate sideways first. So this is how to safely do a headstand. a headstand mostly involves your forearms and your shoulder strength, right? So you're going to place your hands and you're going to interlace your fingers. Then you're going to tuck one of your pinky fingers underneath of the other so they kind of nest up against each other, right? Excuse me, Indy. You're going to place your hands down, and then you're going to tuck your toes under and lift your hips back and up into dolphin or just forearm stand with your fingers clasped. From here, you're not going to go anywhere except for walking your feet forward so that your shoulders and the head comes in front of the elbows, right over the forearms. And then you're going to rest the back of your head. This is like Bindu. This is another chakra. You're going to rest that into your thumbs or the backs of your palms, and you're still inching your feet forward, lifting your hips up. This alone can feel really crazy and scary. You're just pushing into your forearms, right? My head, the top of my head is not on the floor. It is not touching. I could place a whole book under here. It's advised to place like a towel or a piece of paper so that you can check yourself and make sure that your head doesn't touch down. So you can still slide the piece of paper back and forth. That's because your head is not touching. There is no pressure on your head, right? All of the weight here is on my forearms. So I press my elbows and my shoulders towards the floor. My chest and my head kind of lift up. So the back of my head isn't really even safely or like sturdily resting in the back of my hands, right? I really have to lower my head to do that. So accept that just like the very top back of your head is going to rest into your palms, and then just play with lifting one leg up at a time if you're restless and you can't stay still. If not, just stay here. Breathe. Set a timer for like 30 seconds or a minute and count how many breaths you can take in like semi or Arda headstand or half headstand. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm going to come down. When you come down, place your palms out in front of you, come back into Balasana and rest your forehead or your third eye or your Ajna chakra on the floor and just breathe calmly, slowly. Actually, the breath doesn't have to be slow because you just built up a lot of pranic energy there. So just allow the breath to be what it is. Always allow the breath to be whatever it is and feel into the sensations that come up. Right? Where do you feel the rush of oxygen? Are your arms finally relaxing a bit because they had so much activity going? Right? And if that's as far as you can come up, if you can't hold just this half headstand, and if your head is not resting on the back of your hands and your head is touching down on the floor, then stay. For the love of Goddess, just stay there and work on that. That is where you are. Accept where you are, stay, and just do that. That is your headstand practice, right? We have this energy in us. We all do, right? It's Pitta energy. It's that drive, that passion, that wanting to achieve, like, I want to do a headstand. Yeah, well, I'd also like to make $1 million, but it's not going to happen today, right now, you know? There are things in our lives that we want, and there's nothing wrong with desiring or wanting it. And we can also support ourselves better to get into, set ourselves up, so that when we arrive there, when we can finally hold our head up with our arms, we have that strength, then we can take the next step and go up against the wall and start maybe lifting one leg up. And it's not about keeping this perpetual motion, right? If you are a Vata, you probably want to move. You're going to get like crazy frustrated just like staying and holding. And you'd be like, all right, when can I do like this vinyasa, the flow? If you're Kapha, you'd probably be fine with just chilling there, right? And Pittas probably also want to just like, you just want to do it. You want to be there, get there. These things take time, And it is not worth it to injure yourself in the process. Where you are is perfect and you don't need to change. Just like where your breath is perfect and it doesn't need to change, right? You don't have to do like fake breath holds or like, I'm counting this many and I'm exhaling this many and then I'm holding this many. No, the whole purpose is breathe your natural breath. And Agni Raj breath, if you don't already know, is base of the pubic bone, your perineum muscle, your Muladhara chakra, all the way up to the crown of your head, Sahasrara, even Bindu in the back, which we're doing a little work with our hands touching there. Exhale and inhale, an upward direction. So when you're inverted, if you've been practicing Agni Raj breathing, when you're in an inversion, it like switches all this stuff in your brain and in your lungs and in your diaphragm. It's like, I'm upside down now. Whoa. So now when I'm breathing up, I'm actually breathing down. This is crazy. Like, what a mind blow. Right? That is the beauty of these practices. It is what happens to my breath when I put myself in a challenging position and I just stay. Can you just stay? Can you just hold it? Right? We all think that we have to achieve a certain look or a certain, I need to achieve handstand. I need to achieve a headstand. I need to get up into full wheel. Why? Are you feeling the actual benefits of this posture, or do you just want to do it for show? You can see my daily practice in my stories. I do headstand sometimes, I do handstand sometimes, and sometimes I just hop into handstand. I don't stay and hold. And sometimes I do. I just get my legs up against the wall so that I can feel that prana and I can stay and breathe. So there are benefits to staying, to not wanting to just rush for the thing and then risk having an injury, right? So just test yourself. Just come to forearm stand. See at first if you can just do dolphin, which is just forearms down, press into your elbows, make sure your elbows are as shoulder width apart. Make your feet hip width distance apart, and then press the hips back in downward facing dog for your legs. This is called dolphin with your forearms down, or half forearm stand. So you're just prepping here, right? So this is complicated enough. Maybe your head and you want to reach your head for the floor. You're like, oh my gosh, I can get there and I can just come up onto my head. Don't do it. Press the floor away with your shoulders, with your intercostal muscles between your ribs, with your, I don't even know what these things are called. Maybe that's part of your lats. So press the floor away and practice that. Practice just walking your toes towards your elbows. This is hard enough. If you can stay here for a minute, freaking awesome. Come down and rest for a while and then bring your fingertips together. Interlace them so they're like a little basket that's going to hold your head up. And then, again, come up into dolphin. Place the back of your head against your thumbs and maybe your pointer fingers. They're not really touching the rest of my fingers. It's not even really resting all that comfortably in my hands. It's just there so that I have something to rest it against. So I have a point of reference for a straight line. And then walk your toes towards your wrists and just stay here. Again, my head is not touching the floor. It is nowhere near it. I can put a whole hand underneath of my head, let alone a piece of paper, right? I'm pressing through my elbows, through my forearms to keep my hips lifted. I'm engaging in my core. Maybe rock your heels up and down. Lift with your abdomen up towards the ceiling. Whew, and then come down and breathe. So just practice the prep poses. Please do not put pressure on your head. I used to do this. In the gym, right? I used to do a combination of really heavy superset workouts, and then I would go into yoga poses because they felt really good to stretch in between, right? And then one that I used to always do, I used to come into crow, right? Place my arms down. I would be here, then I would bring my elbows out to the sides, and then I would let my head come down. I would rest my head on the floor, and then I would slowly lift my legs up into headstand with your arms out I'm not going to do it because it's not beneficial. It does not help you. But it felt really good, right? That rush of ooh, I can do a headstand. But that's a false sense of of elation, right? It's like you can do it that way. That's gymnastics. But all of this pressure on your head, it's not meant to be held like that, right? Your neck is not meant to hold the entire weight of your body, or else your neck would be at your ankles. But it's not. Your neck is your neck. It just holds your head up. So please don't put the entire weight of your entire body onto your neck. Your neck is only built to support your head. So use your arms to support your head. Is this making sense? Awesome. So I hope that helps you, those of you who are like always striving to just like do the posture and get it right. And well, let me tell you, this is not right. It is not right to have that weight on your head. There is no need for it. You will still have a head rush. You will still be activating Saman Pranavayu, which is pulling all of your muscles together, because trust me, you're going to be so scared that you're going to fall backwards, or forwards rather, that you will engage your muscles. You will tense up, but that's the whole point, getting comfortable with it so that you can relax, so you can ease those muscles, so that you can breathe in the posture, so you can feel all that prana coming from your feet down into the crown of your head. Kitty. Okay, I hope that helped. Stay tuned for more Yoga Mythbusters. I'm trying to redefine what yoga posture's purpose is, right? And the whole point of everything truly is to connect with your inner divine, your true source, your highest self, right? Would your highest self want you to injure your neck? No. Would your best friend? Would your parent? You know, someone who loves you. Guess who loves you the most? You do, right? And we need to support ourselves so that we can prove to ourselves, so we can reiterate to ourselves, yes, I love you, self, and because I love you, I'm not going to put you at risk of a severe injury or even a small injury. Who the heck wants to be injured? But everybody is, because we follow what that little, the ego sitting on our shoulder. It's like, do it, get on your head, balance, pick your legs up, pick your hands up, just put all your weight on your head, who cares? It's going to be fine. And then something happens, and then you have to rehabilitate that. You have to recuperate from that. You have to learn completely new ways to move. And that's okay too, right? We all do these things where we put ourselves at risk, and it's unavoidable. I will be here to help you through those times as well. I'm just trying to help the majority of people not, if this can get out to people so that they don't put the pressure on their head, even if they're being instructed to, even if their ego is telling them to, if they check in with themselves. I want to save everybody's necks. So save your own neck. Don't stick your neck out. Pull your neck back. Jalandhara Bandha. And if you want to do headstand the proper way, please refer back to this video and share it and spread the love. Also, I would love for you to work with me to connect with your divine highest self, which will help you connect to yourself every single day in the 9-month container I have to rebirth a new you. So stay tuned for more of that coming up on Friday when I'm launching that program. All you yoga teachers out there, all of you yogis, thanks so much for watching. And if you'd like to dive more into your own personal practice and just connect with what you know has always been there, this true source of bliss within you, reach out to me. That's what this program is for. That's what my custom self-love package is for. I want to help you do that. And it's not about teaching someone else or making this a new career for yourself. It's just about you. It is about your journey to your highest self. I love you. Do yoga in the way that you love it, whatever way that is. Love it. Love yourself. See you soon. Oh, there she goes, climbing up on it. Thanks for watching.